What's going on, guys? It's Brent with the FSA podcast, where we teach online fitness coaches how to sell at a higher rate and scale their businesses with more profit. All right. How much do you care about the outcome of a sales call? No, like seriously, I want you to really, really think about it. Like if your back's against the wall, you need the money, the person on the other end is maybe a little bit back and forth as to whether, they think that you're the right solution, or if they should buy, or if now's the right time, or if maybe they could do it on their own, or maybe they need to run it by their spouse. Maybe they're a little bit back and forth. Your back's against the wall. You need to pay bills. How on earth do you stay composed and act in the best interest of the client and not in the best interest of self-interest, right? Because the most critical mistake that you can make on a sales call is to show them that you want the sale. Okay, we're going to dive into all that and more. But first, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Like, share with a friend. Here at C4F, if you guys are interested in growing your online fitness business to make more profit in the most efficient manner every single week, I drop a new video with insight how to scale your business anywhere from 10 to 50, 70K per month with a team of 5 or less people. That's kind of our groove. Okay, small teams, highly efficient, and high ticket deals. Okay, so if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and subscribe now and share with a friend. Detaching yourself from the sale. What do I mean by that? Let's unpack it. So the single worst thing that can happen on a sales call is for the client to perceive you as a salesperson. Okay, so that happens when they realize that your main interest, your main focus on the sales call is to sell them. Okay, that you don't care as much about their success as you do taking their money, or that you'll do or say absolutely anything to get them to take that step and to give that credit card info and to put it on file. Okay, so once they view you as a salesperson, everything, it's a wrap. I mean, everything you say from that point, they're going to justify it in their head as, of course he would say that. He's a salesperson. Okay, he wants my money. Or yes, he's offering this amazing, payment plan. He's getting creative with me, but what's the catch? I just feel like he just wants me to say yes so he can get my credit card and sell me in. And then I'll probably never hear from him again. Okay. They'll start wondering if it's a scam. They'll start wondering if you actually care or if you actually listened. The moment that they view you as a salesperson, it's done. It's a wrap. And they develop this genuine distrust because of decades of sleazy salespeople lying and mistreating their customers to make a quick buck. Okay. So it's not unreasonable for them to feel this way, given the fact of how salespeople have gotten the reputation that they've gotten. Okay. So the goal of the call is to guide them towards making the best decision for them, not for you, not for your profit, not for so you can take a picture of your Stripe account and flex it on social media. It's not for you. We are there to guide them into something that is in their best interest, that's going to leave them better off than before they started talking to you, whether that's with you or someone else or something else entirely. Okay. So take yourself and your interests and put them to the side. Okay. I personally, I've told dozens, if not hundreds of people no on sales calls. If I don't feel like, one, they're going to be a good client, two, that I'm going to enjoy working with them, three, that they're going to be successful, or four, that they're actually going to show up and do the things that I recommend. If I don't feel like that's the case, it just doesn't make sense to take them on as a client. They're going to be better off doing something else or working with someone else. I know for my own stress levels, it would be easier for me to say no to the money and no to the client than to take them on, feel stressed. Maybe the money gets refunded, or there's a chargeback, or there's a bad review, and then it costs you even more money. It's just not worth it. Okay. So have the ability to tell clients no, and you're going to immediately separate yourself from the sale. Okay. And I know that turning down money sounds like a must be nice thing, right? It must be nice to be doing well enough to be able to turn down money. Well, it's not really the case, because I've been there, and I was doing this when I was very early in sales, when I was making, sub 10K a month, or even around 10K. Like, the worst I've done in sales is when I cared too much about the sale. And then when I started to kind of dial it back and look into their best interest and facilitate a positive decision that leaves them better off, people started buying from me more. People really enjoyed the transparency. I had better conversations. I had a much higher close rate, and I was selling bigger packages because there was a higher level of trust. The attrition, and by that I mean like people backing out, was very low. Referrals were high, testimonials were high, results were high, buy-in was high because they wanted to be there because they trusted and liked us. And it was because I would not sign them into the program if I didn't feel 100% convicted that it was the best choice for them. If I felt like Sally, the fitness trainer down the road in person, was a better fit, it's going to go to Sally. It just, again, if it's not what they're looking for and it's not what would be most helpful, it just doesn't make sense to offer the men. Okay. And this is what actually became the foundation for the push-pull buying process. It's now sold like millions, and I mean millions. We have to be approaching 8 figures at this point. Millions of dollars worth of sales from the sales process that I wrote and designed based on this topic: separating yourself from the sale and acting in the client's best interest, acting as a liaison as opposed to a salesperson. Okay. So how do I personally how do I personally detach myself from the sale? I take 3 steps before every sales call. Okay. I go into every sales call, not wondering how I can help, but wondering if, and circle if. I want to know if I can help this person. I don't care about their application. I don't care about their DMs. I don't care about their profile. I don't care if they look like they're 500 pounds and I help people who are 500 pounds lose 400 pounds, right? I don't care if it's my exact niche. I do not know if I can help this person until I have a conversation with them. Because yes, on paper, everything might sound great, but maybe their personality or their mindset or their overall perspective is just completely off and it doesn't align with what we do. Maybe they're rude. Maybe they're not very nice. There's so many reasons that I could say no. So I want to know if I can help them. Okay. And if they prove to me, I'm going to ask them a series of questions, not in, like a interrogative way, but I'm going to ask questions. And depending on how they answer, it's going to either increase my confidence that I can help them, or it's going to decrease my confidence that I can help them. And then I'm going to stress test some of their answers to determine if I get the inclination that maybe I couldn't help them, or maybe it's not going to be a good fit. I'm going to stress test a lot of their answers to determine. And if it turns out that I'm not the best fit, then like I said before, I'm going to send them elsewhere. Okay. The next concept that I consider for every sales call is it is a real person on the other end, a real live human being, someone's dad, someone's mom, someone's brother, sister, husband, someone's boss. If they're working, it's a real human, and real humans have real desires and they also have real fears. Okay. So you have to think, and this goes back way to, I was an ICU nurse for 5 years. And one of the things that they taught, and it really stuck with me through sales, and again, I attribute a lot of our success to this concept, is would you recommend it to a family member? Okay. So it has a lot to do with like ethics of providers, right? As a provider, would you recommend this surgery or this procedure or this medication, given all of its known side effects? Would you recommend this to a family member? If that was your mom and you knew the side effects were X, Y, and Z, and she's dealing with this, would you recommend it? And so you have to treat people like their family, right? Because it offers that perspective that you're going to act in their best interest. So the person on the other end of the call, yes, they might be wearing a Rolex and they might have a really nice shirt and they might have like all these things that make them look like they can afford it. But we always have to, we can't just take those things and say, all right, sell them the biggest, highest package, even if they don't need it. Like just sell them as much as you can get out of them. No, they're a real human. We don't know what's actually happening on the other side. Okay. So it's a real human. So you should be a real human, and you should have, you should act with a bit of empathy. Okay. All right. The third and final way that I detach from every sales call is if I know and I realize that we are the best logical fit, it makes sense for me to do everything in my power to help you. Because if I don't have the opportunity to help you, then there's a good chance that somebody with maybe more aggressive marketing or more pushy sales is going to bring you into their program, and then you're not going to get the results. Okay. So if I determine that it's a good feel and that we are the best fit, that I'm going to do whatever I can to get creative enough to help you take that step, assuming that you also feel that this is the best fit for you and that we can and truly help, like that you truly believe that and you have the confidence in that. Okay. So if we determine it's the best fit, I'm going to do everything I can. I'm going to operate with genuine care and present myself in a way that, shows you that, yes, I do believe we can help. Yes, I have a high degree of confidence. And yes, I'm willing to work with you in your unique situation if it if it calls for that. Okay. So if your intentions are pure, they're 10 times more likely to work with you and not the person with the sleazy, outdated, shameful, pushy sales tactics that back them into a corner. Okay. So guys, if you follow these 3 principles leading into every sales call, you will naturally, it won't feel forced. It won't feel like this conscious thing that you're having to do. You will naturally detach yourself from the outcome. And when clients see that you have their best interest in mind, it has a positive impact on your closing percent and your relationships, because even if you don't close them right there, they're much more likely to come back around as a follow-up and actually respond to your follow-ups if you build a good relationship with them throughout that call. So if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like and subscribe button. And if you want more help closing deals, $3,000 to $8,000 high ticket deals in the fitness space at 60% or higher, reach out and DM me, and I would be happy to have a conversation, do an audit, and kind of see what's going on in your business to see if there's any way that I could potentially help you create a more profitable and efficient business.